Okay, Jalen has only 1-4 against the Bucs. He's completed less than 60% of his passes, averages more than a turnover a game. So do the 3-0 Eagles have something to prove against Tampa Bay?
Prove, no. But this is the last team to beat them in the regular season with Jalen playing the full game. And the last 2 times they've played Tampa Bay, they've gotten blown out. And the game, blown out. Because 33-16 last year, 32-9 in the playoffs. So I don't think they have something to prove, but to themselves, just look, they've beaten us the last 2 times. Let's erase those memories in our minds and in theirs too. All right. And I think this is great for the Eagles because you're 3-0. You've won 17 of your last 18 games. You're coming off a big comeback win against a really good team. You've already beaten the Chiefs in Kansas City. You could easily relax and, get complacent, but not with Tampa Bay being on the schedule because of what they've done to you in the past. So I think this is great for the Eagles. I think Jalen will play well and the Eagles are going to win.
Look, yes, they have something to prove. Every week starts a fresh week for coaches, and they always try to come up with a theme to kind of motivate the team. Well, naturally, they don't need one because this team has had their number. Despite who's been in or out of the lineup when these two teams have met, the Eagles have not fared well against the Bucs. And Jalen, with the exception of the last game, has had a decent game, but he gets sacked. They get dominated in time of possession in the losses, completely dominated. And typically, all but one time, the team who's able to rush the ball the best wins the game. And so when you look at these things, you look at the Bucs right now, they're injured. They're banged up. And if you struggle with this team, a team that we all believe, and I'm sure they believe, is going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Who they might have to go through, or they might see each other again. And when you haven't had success as a team, not individual success, but as a team, both player and Jalen Hurts, coach and Nick Sirianni, they're both a part of this. Yes, you have to prove that we can beat this team. We're better than this team.
So this is so interesting.
Okay, let's go. The first topic is, when you look around the NFC, who should the Eagles be most concerned about? Peter, go.
I go first. The answer is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who, by the way, are also undefeated right now, who also never waver, and who also have 3 game-winning drives in the last minute of 3 different games. And, by the way, the last 2 times they've played the Eagles, the Buccaneers have beaten them. There's no mental edge in that matchup. Do you think Vita Vea and the big boys inside are scared of Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata? No, because they handled them the last 2 times they played them. They threw them out of the playoffs 2 years ago, and they beat them on a Monday night last year. The rest of the NFC shakes in fear of the Eagles. The Buccaneers do not, and you'll see it this weekend.
Hey, Eagles Nation. What's up? The voice that's been breaking down every snap, every scheme, and every soul-crushing heartbreak since the day Jalen Hurts stepped under center. Welcome back to the channel, where we don't just talk football, we live it, breathe it, and bleed green. Today, we're diving headfirst into Week 4 madness. The Philadelphia Eagles rolling into Tampa Bay to clash with the undefeated Buccaneers in a battle of 3-0 juggernauts. Both teams sitting pretty atop their divisions, both starving for that early season statement win that'll echo all the way to January. But hold up, things just got a whole lot spicier with injury scares turning into triumphs, Baker Mayfield throwing shade from the Bay, and some bold predictions that could flip this script upside down. If you're an Eagles fan, or heck, even if you're just here to see if Philly finally cracks the Bucs curse, smash that like button now. We're aiming for 1,000 likes before kickoff. Let's roll. All right, Birds faithful. Let's get real. The injury bug hit Philly like a freight train after that gritty win over the Rams. Coming out of Week 3, it felt like the sky was falling. Shocking Wednesday, bombshell. Rookie phenom Jacorian Bennett and edge rusher Nolan Smith, that Nolan Smith, both slapped on IR, sidelined for at least 4 games. And don't forget Monday's gut punch, cornerback Adoree Jackson looking dicey for Sunday. Then, boom, more alarm bells as the starting linebacker duo, Zach Baun and Baun Campbell, sat out early practices. Campbell nursing a tricep tweak, Baun rocking a knee brace that had us all sweating bullets. But let's paint the picture of why this could have been apocalyptic. Start with Campbell. This kid's been a revelation, firmly in the Defensive Rookie of the Year convo. PFF's got him as the No. 1 graded defensive rookie overall, 4th in Week 1, 4th in Week 2, and a scorching 1st in Week 3. League-wide, he's 9th among linebackers with an 84.6 overall grade. Stats? 18 tackles, a forced fumble, lockdown coverage allowing just 2 catches for 11 yards, on the year 56, 3 passer rating when targeted. PFF's 3rd highest graded LB in coverage. This guy's a Swiss Army knife, stuffing runs, blitzing like a demon, blanketing receivers. Losing him? Major blow. And Baun? Forget major catastrophic. Arguably Philly's best D player right now, a monster carrying last year's momentum into 2025, fresh off Week 3. 7 tackles, a pick, a pass breakup. PFF's highest graded Eagle at 90.3 overall, 90.1 inches coverage. 4th in the NFL among LBs with an 88.8 grade. Eye test, he's the best dang linebacker in football. Period sideline to sideline freight train. Philly fans, I know your heart stopped. But here's the plot twist that has me grinning ear to ear. Relief is raining down like confetti at the link. Elliot Schwarta-Parks drops that Baun's saying all good on his injury. ESPN's calling him a go for Sunday. Campbell? Day to day, but both were back at practice. Today, alongside Jackson. No brace on Baun's knee. They're trending up, locked and loaded. If they suit up, this defense stays elite. And if not, depth charts got answers. Jeremiah Trotter Jr., who owned training camp with first-team reps and nearly snagged that starting gig. Plus rookie Smail Mondon Jr., a camp standout with serious upside. Next man up mentality? Philly's got it in spades. That was a wild ride. But the birds are breathing easier. Speaking of depth stepping up big time, let's zoom in on that Nolan Smith void and the beasts ready to feast in his absence. Fast forward to the headline grabber. Nolan Smith on IR after re-tearing that triceps from the Super Bowl hangover. Brutal massive hit to a pass rush already rebuilding post-Sweat, Williams, and Graham. As I broke down last vid, this could have derailed the D. But enter the cavalry. Jalix Hunt, the 2024 third-round steal who's been lights out in limited snaps, and the midseason coup, Zadarius Smith, who's chomping at the bit. Zadarius spilled it post-practice. It's not much pressure for me, man. I'm gonna get it either way. Year 11, no pressure. I was born for this. Straight fire. He's diving into the full playbook, from nickel packages to base defense. And after that Chiefs debut splash? Watch out. Anthony DeBona nailed it on X. Zadarius isn't just a pass rush menace, he's a run-stuffing beast, the perfect balanced edge to plug Nolan's hole. Hunt? Quiet start, but with more snaps, explosion incoming. And keep an eye on Azeez Ojulari. Healthy scratch so far, but week 4 screams, time to unleash. It's football, baby, next man up. Losing Nolan sucks, but this? It's opportunity knocking. These guys are hyped, ready to author their breakout, and if the secondary needs a spark, Kaylee Ringo's knocking too, with Adoree Jackson still iffy despite Thursday reps. Ringo's got that post-camp glow-up vibe. Summer doesn't define me. I grind daily lateral quickness, playmaking hands, sticky coverage. What you put in, you get out. Lost the starting gig to Jackson? Sure, but red flags? Nah, this kid's intriguing, prep to pounce, whether it's this week or later. His number's coming. Philly's not crumbling, they're reloading. But hey, it's not all doom on the other side either. Let's flip to Tampa. The Bucs are limping too, and it could tilt this showdown our way. Over in Tampa, the Bucs are banged up like a ship after a Pirate Raid offensive line shredded, missing Mike Evans' big play thunder. But here's the twist. Reinforcements inbound. WR Chris Godwin and LT Tristan Wirfs ramping up after knee surgery and whatever kept him sidelined. Both hit practice early week. Trending right, Godwin sat Thursday for load management. But my gut says he's suiting up. If they do, massive boost to a run-heavy attack that's already top 10 without him. The shocker though? Baker Mayfield on the injury report, limited with a bicep tweak. Sleeve on that cannon arm. He's playing, no doubt tough as nails. But at less than 100%, throws get dicey, especially against Vic Fangio's scheme. Sacks? Just 6 through 3 weeks for Tampa's backups. Add Wirfs, and protection's elite. But that bicep could cap his zip turning a hot offense cold. Philly's pass rush thinned, but hungry might just feast if Baker's arms barking. Game-changer potential here, folks. Tampa's vulnerable. But back to Philly. With the destabilizing, eyes on the offense, last week's aerial fireworks were just the appetizer. Switching sides, Eagles offense. Meet turning point. Week 3, we finally saw the birds fly. Hurts airing it out. A.J. Brown feasting. Devonta Smith scheming. No more stubborn ground and pound when it's stalled. Adjust. Attack. Dominate. A.J. laid it bare post-Rams. It took too long to adjust, not just coaches. Players, too. We're takers. We can take what we want. Don't bang your head on the wall, mix it up. Context got twisted, sure, but the vibe? Crystal. Aggression wins games. Goals the W, always, but stubbornness? Nah. Side note. Pass game unlocking the run? Overdue. Saquon's a game changer. They're stacking the box to vanish him. Averaging just 64.7 yards per game, his lowest since 21. Last year? 125.3. Average en route to 2,000 yards. Philly's got to air it early. Force him back. Spring Barkley, as one insider put it. Help Saquon by hitting Devonta deep like that KC bomb. Flip the script from last year. Big storyline. Todd Bowles blitzes. Man's wrecked Hurts before 5 meetings in the Jalen era. Philly just 1-2 regular season. That 23 Tampa W, our lone bright spot. 0-2 playoffs. Bucs blitz at chaos levels. But Eagles? 5th most blitzed in NFL through 3 weeks, and Hurts is evolving. OC drops. Jalen's developing big plays versus KC. To Devonta, that Rams TD. Puts fear in him. Keys? Look inward, same page, execute high. Past 2 weeks? Solid handling. Against Bowles? If Philly builds on week 3, sky's the limit. Offense peaking at the perfect time. But Baker? Oh, he's stirring the pot already. Mind games incoming that could fire up the birds even more. Baker Mayfield, never one to mince words, just lobbed a grenade at Philly via the rearview pod with Mark Sanchez. Good plan to tire him out, advantage us in Tampa. Heat? They're not used to it. Coming a day early? One day don't acclimate to this humidity. Makes them obsess more. Shots fired. Truth? Maybe extra day won't magic away the swamp sweat. But mind games? Classic Baker, poking the bear. Eagles, ignore it. Scheme smart. Expose the Bucs' 19th ranked pass D. Snag that elusive Tampa W. Now, bold predictions to light your feet on fire, 3 takes that could define October. Saquon Barkley still doesn't hit 100 yards. Bucs' run D, 6th fewest rush yards allowed, 252 total. 3.6 YPC, 5th best league-wide. Vita Vea's a middle school clogger. Levante David and Servochia Dennis mopping second-level spills. Even sans Kalijah Cansey, torn pec, out most season. Bowles stacks him. Saquon's dipped to 64.7 YPG Magic's MIA. Philly airs it anyway, but Barkley grinds for 85 to 90. Bucs win the trenches. Baker neutralizes Philly's edge rush. Eagles pass rush. Gassed post-off-season exodus. Nolan on IR leaves Jalix Hunt, Zadarius Smith, maybe Josh Uche or Aziz Ojulari holding the fort. Murky depth. Tampa? Wirfs debuts post-knee. OL sacked Mayfield just 6 times, 14 pressures. Godwin back? Time galore. Bicep sleeve or not. Baker dances under 2 sacks. Bucs protect and project. Jalen Hurts gets another W over Tampa. Curse? History says yes, 1-2 regular, 0-2 playoffs under Hurts. But week 3 second half dominance. Unstoppable. Bucs thrive on fourth quarter heroics. All 3 wins comeback drives. But Fangio's D awakens post-half. Score early via air. Clock chew on ground. Seal with late stops. Hurts evens regular season Tampa mark at 2-2. Eagles roll 27-20. High stakes chess. Folks Fangio vs. Bowles. Hurts versus Mayfield. Philly's my pick to stay perfect. There it is, your full Week 4 Eagles-Bucs intel dump. Scares to celebrations, schemes to shade. Who's walking out 4-0? Drop your bold take below. Saquon explodes or stifled. Hit like if you're riding with Philly. Sub and notifications for tomorrow's pregame deep dive. Trust me, you don't want to miss the heat wave. Thanks for rocking with me. Go Birds. See you next time.